During the resistance war against the US, there was a special radio program by the Voice of Vietnam that was broadcasted daily in North America and Northern Europe for 8 years, from 1968 to 1976. The program provided listeners with accurate and up-to-date information about the war in order to mobilize international allies against the war at that time in Vietnam. This special radio program was also broadcast to the world on Vietnam's Reunification Day on April 30th, 1975.
This is the Voice of Vietnam.
On the 2nd of January 1968, for the first time, the radio voice of Vietnam, or VOV, was officially heard in the US through the shortwave broadcast of Radio Havana, Cuba.
At that time, the Cuban government supported Vietnam with a special broadcast from Cuba to bring information from Vietnam to international friends.
Phương and Nhân were two correspondents who worked together in Cuba at that time. With the chance to sit and talk, they shared unforgettable memories with each other about that time.
Every day, we'd receive the script via teletype. Then we'd translate it. After that, we'd bring the script to Radio Havana, Cuba, to record and broadcast the news.
Robert David Cohen and Miriam Ansara were two Americans present in Cuba at that time. They were two announcers in Radio Havana, Cuba, that read the VOV's daily news.
We felt a big responsibility. Here was reporting from the Vietnamese perspective on the front line of this war. And it was a perspective that wasn't being heard in the United States, or if it was heard, it was very distorted.
I was making an important contribution to my country by supporting another people against the injustices of my government, and I have never regretted it.
Broadcasting from Cuba, they announced the news of Vietnam's victory to the world. On the 30th of April 1975, after the liberation flag flew on the rooftop of the Independence Palace, a special radio broadcast with a length of only 8 minutes was recorded.
The Ho Chi Minh campaign gains total victory.
The Ho Chi Minh campaign gains total victory.
The city of Saigon totally liberated.
The city of Saigon totally liberated.
I remember right afterwards, we all hugged each other, and several of us sang the song to Ho Chi Minh.
For 8 years, Radio Havana, Cuba used its own time slots for the English broadcast of the Voice of Vietnam. As a result, news from Vietnam could reach the US and many other countries around the world, contributing to the end of the war in Vietnam.